Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas Bork, and today I'll be going over the design choices I made for my infographic. Starting off with proximity. Proximity means grouping relative design elements together to create a cohesive story. First example of proximity in my infographic are these. The info is the isotype and this bar graph. This bar graph directly shows the suicide count from 2016 to 2018 across several branches, where this isotype shows the physical correlation of the number of suicides per day in 2016. This directly corresponds to data to make it more physical appeal, so you can better understand what these numbers mean. The second example of proximity I chose was the total suicide deaths from 2010 to 2017 related to the active military suicide rate from 2016 to 2018. This goes to show the reader the number of suicides that are coming directly from active duty rather than just veterans. The next design choice I chose to make was visual hierarchy. Visual hierarchy means the arrangement of elements to imply a level of importance. The highest level of importance, or the focal point for my infographic, is the 16.8. This is intended to pop out to the viewer and give power behind my thesis statement. This focal point is further supported by two subdominant points: my isotype chart, which goes to physically represent the number of people that are dying as a result of this data, and this bar graph, which goes to show the number of suicide deaths among active duty. These are further supported by two subdominant points: the total suicide deaths from 2010 to 2017, and this bar graph showing the suicide rates from 2016 to 2018. The next design choice I chose to make was alignment. Alignment means that elements are not scattered but have an arrangement relative to a line or margin. For this infographic, I chose to have a center alignment. As a result of my choice, I had to mitigate the amount of words I chose to make it easier to read. This can be seen by me only using two lines for every statement that needs to be read. The only exclusion to this rule is the legend for the isotype. The only reason this has a third line is to outline the day, the year that this number applies to. The next system I chose to use was similarity and anomaly. Similarity means that when objects that look the same to the viewer, they'll be seen as a group. I chose to use this for my isotype to correspond that these stickmen are equivalent to people. The next feature I applied was anomaly. Anomaly used to draw attention to an altered object in a group. I used this by pointing out that veterans in this isotype graph are seen as yellow, where the general population would be seen as red in this situation, or the people that did not commit suicide. The final choice I chose to make was color harmony. This means that the viewer experiences general color choices that make logical sense. For this choice, I chose a very simple monochromatic color choice. And those were my design choices I chose to make for this infographic. If you have any questions or recommendations that I could change to make this infographic better, please let me know. Have a wonderful day.